there and welcome to another AliExpress haul. I love AliExpress hauls. I love it when the postman or woman knocks on the door because I know I've got some packages and literally it's like Christmas every single day. Okay, so the first product that I got today is my t-shirt. This is a Red Hot Chili Peppers little top. My teenagers, I used to just sit in my bedroom all alone, just rocking out to Red Hot Chili Peppers. Anthony Kiedis was my crush for so many years, and I think even now he looks fantastic. A little bit like, you know, he's had a few too many drugs, but still he's looking great. So yeah, I've got this t-shirt just to show everybody, like show the world how much of a die-hard fan I am, because look, I mean look, and by the way, I think the t-shirt itself is a pretty nice. I think the quality is okay, but the t-shirt doesn't feel very soft. Like, what's the opposite of soft? Like hard, like I suppose hard, like cardboard, like a box of cereal, kind of like stiff and rigid, kind of like Honey's Ding-a-Ding. Sometimes, you know, when, I don't know. By the way, I bought a really sexy all-in-one like outfit from eBay the other day, and let's just say Honey's loved it. I mean, that's one item I will not be hauling, of course, but anyway, it was fabulous. I wish I could haul it because it was so good, but I feel like I can't. Do you know what I mean? Like, is that a little bit too much? Like, look at this outfit I got. I mean, and then everyone will know, Anwen, what did you do with it? I mean, well, I don't know. But let's just say it made Honey's day. I mean, really. So anyway, back to this. Yes, so this is my Red Hot Chili Peppers t-shirt. They did have like loads of other bands and situations. Even though it's not the comfiest, I am still really happy with it because it was super affordable, and at the end of the day, it's just telling everybody, yes, I love Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, really. Okay, so next I got the most beautifulest product ever that I don't really have a use for, but I mean, that could probably go for 99% of the stuff that I buy on AliExpress. You know, I just buy it because it's pretty, and then it's just one more thing to be displayed. More thing that Honey's is tripping over on a dark, stormy night. But look at this. Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you may have already seen this. I mean, this needs a moment of silence. Look at it. I mean, it just is the most beautifulest thing ever. If I could get like my whole like room like wallpapered in this, I would be doing it right now. I'd be in the back on a ladder in my dungarees, just like gluing this all over my wall. I mean, I could just buy like 1,000 of these, somehow rip off the fabulousness and then just put it on the wall. Could you imagine phoning up my manager at work? Oh, hello, I won't be in for a few weeks. I'm doing a very fabulous DIY project at home. So yes, yes, good luck dealing with everything. I mean, really. So aside from being a thing of majestic beauty, this does serve a practical purpose. It's a Z palette. By the way, is Z palette the name of like the company who actually came out with the original like idea to have a magnetized palette? Or is Z palette the name of the palette? Like, do you know what I mean? Is it the name of the company? Like, they've called it the Z palette? Or is it actually the name of like a magnetized palette? I have no idea. But anyway, it's one of those situations. It's got a magnet which enables you to depot your singles or even, I suppose, palette products and then pop them inside for like a custom situation. I actually don't really have any singles. I've got a few, but not really that many because I'm not a huge fan of singles. I mean, I just find that they're ghastly and ridiculous, and who's got time for that? Not me. Like, I may have to go and invest in some singles just so that I can depot them to pop them in here. Yeah, I'm going to do something with it. I have no idea what. Even if I just, like I said, rip it off and just decorate my house with this. This was super affordable. It was like £1.69, which is a little bit of a crime considering how beautiful it is. If you want to build like your own custom palette, or if you want to depot some situations, or if you just want to redecorate your house, I totally recommend this. While I was opening my next item, I just recalled a memory that I tried to kind of box away in the back of my brain. But when I was, I think about 17, Red Hot Chili Peppers were playing in it was like a party in the park type gig in one of our local parks. Anyway, I went along. I lost my bra. I mean, I have no idea to this day where my bra went, but I feel like at some point I thought it'd be a great idea to just fling it at Anthony Kiedis, you know. I just figured that would be the best way to get his attention. The bra has never been seen again. I have no idea. I don't even know how I got home without the bra. I don't know how I managed to surreptitiously take it off in a crowd of thousands of people. But, you know, skills. Okay, so next I got a couple of pairs of socks. But before you switch the video off, these just are not any old socks. These are fabulous socks. We've got an alien smoking something that looks a little bit suspicious, but he's having a great time. He's swearing as well. He's a little bit of a rebel alien. I was going to say he was cute, but on closer inspection, he looks kind of smug, kind of like you've just walked in on him, trying on all of your knickers and bras, and he's got that look in his eye that's saying, ha, yes, I'm wearing your panties. Look at those eyes. I mean, but I mean, he's different. He's different. I don't have a pair of socks quite like this in my sock collection, and it is a collection. And I'm liking the galaxy look. And yeah, these are like the ankle socks. So, I don't know. I mean, they're different. I'm going to put him back there so we can look at you all. Oh, no, he can't. Okay, put him there. Okay, he can be like some background situations. Okay, and next I got a pair of socks, which I don't know, again, what's going on with this, because it's kind of veering along the road of cuteness, but then it takes a harsh turn at the end of the road and becomes something a little bit malevolent. So this is kind of like a hippo unicorn. It's not your traditional unicorn. It's like a unicorn that's had one too many McDonald's. He's a little bit weighty, and for some reason he's wielding a hacksaw, and then he's cut something in half. I don't know what that is, but he's almost like a serial killer, overweight hippo who is parading himself to be some kind of unicorn, but he's out there in the world with a hacksaw doing some serious damage. And then they've thrown in a little rainbow just to make it a little bit less severe. Okay, so these are my other socks. Both of them rather angry socks, I would say. They're not friendly socks. They're both a little bit angry. I mean, there's a story behind that overweight hippo, and I'm kind of intrigued to know what it is. Maybe there's going to be a documentary series created by Netflix on him to explain his journey. How did he get to this point in his life where he's just wandering about aimlessly with a hacksaw, just cutting random objects open? Okay, so next I got what could only be described as a male grooming tool. It's this little brush here, and I know that these brushes are used by the male of the species when they're shaving, you know, to get a really good amount of like foam up on their face. This was a largely nostalgic purchase for me because my dad used to have one of these on his sink, and I remember when I went round to his house I would always use it on my face, and I used to just love it. And when I saw it on AliExpress, it just reminded me of my dad, who I love. He's my best friend. He's amazing. And I thought, you know what, I've got to get me one of those. I don't know quite why I thought that, but I did, and here it is today. You know, I used to love the feeling as well of getting all that foam up on my face. I'll be revisiting those times with my male grooming tool. And you never know, honeys might even like it as well. It feels actually not very soft, and as I speak, like, it doesn't feel soft. It feels kind of rigid, and like some of the little hairs look like they've had a perm because they're a little bit curly. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it will be fun. I mean, the boys are just going to use it to wash their pee-pees with probably, and then I'll use it on my face, and that sums up my life. I mean, yeah. Okay, so next I got this double-ended. Unable to look or think or talk about anything double-ended without getting super dirty and juvenile. To make it worse, this is a silicone double-ended situation. I don't own any silicone tip kind of makeup brushes. I don't own any, and I know that they tried to have a moment and then they never really took off, I don't think. Like the oval brushes, I feel like they took off a little bit more, but now everyone's kind of forgotten about them. Whereas like the silicone situation, I don't think anyone ever really got so excited about. I've never tried a silicone kind of, it's like a paddle, it's not a brush, it's a paddle. If I was in like a tiny little canoe, I could like use this as a paddle just to get myself to safety, you know, away from the stingrays and their tails, because for some reason I was reading about stingrays last night, and stingrays are known for being very kind of gentle, like human friendly animals, but if you stand on them they get super pissed off, really pissed off, and then they spike you with like, they've got spikes in their tail. But then, you know, with stingrays, right, have you ever seen them where they just look flat and they're just, you know, bobbing along, doing their thing, but then they look up and you see their hilarious faces that are just like, they look so happy, so stoned, but happy, like just like they've had a couple of doobs and they're just loving life. I mean, the little smiley faces, I could look at them all day, but then you've got to understand they have this tail that can kill you, like literally kill you. It can pierce your heart and you can have the most painful, excruciating death ever. So those little smiley faces are not to be trusted. Anyway, so I got this, and inside it looks like it's got like a rock candy kind of a situation. I think it's actually really pretty to look at, and if it doesn't work as, you know, like an application brush, I can always use it as like a tiny spoon. Like, what were you thinking I was going to say? I was thinking tiny spoon, you know, to eat tiny little things with, just like. Okay, so the final product that I got is by Beauty Glazed, and this is a highlight palette. It just says pressed illuminating powder. It's got 3 different highlighters in it: French vanilla, cotton candy cream, and salted caramel, reminding me very much of the Kylie highlighters. I actually looked inside yet, so I thought we could do the big unboxing together. So if I just kind of, how does it slide out? Okay, so if I just slide it out, oh, that's back to front. Okay, so this is what the palette looks like. It's super, super small. If I compare it against the Z palette, you can get an idea of just how tiny it actually is. Compared against the brush, I mean, the brush looks immensely massive compared to the palette. But if we just kind of flip it, oh, okay, let's try again. If we just flip it open, inside we have 3 highlighters that look very similar to the Makeup Revolution. Are they called the Vivid Highlights? I think the Vivid Highlights. The kind of design on them is just exactly the same, which makes me believe that Makeup Revolution are private labeling things. Because look, let me just have a little swatch. So this is French vanilla, this is cotton candy cream, and this one is salted caramel. Okay, so there they are, looking a little bit powdery, but they felt extremely soft and like velvety to the touch. So if I just swatch them. What? Okay. Oh wait, I swatched a finger that didn't have anything on it. Okay, phew. I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is the most fecking awful highlighter I've ever tried. But no, I just didn't have anything on my finger. Okay, so there they are. They feel very, very soft and very kind of silky and smooth. So French vanilla, cotton candy cream, and salted caramel. Look okay. Have my panties blown off and currently on my neighbour's roof. No, but I mean, it's okay. It's going to be an interesting one to try. And from the swatches, I don't think it's goddamn awful. So, I mean, that's something. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this haul. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Let me know down below if you've had any amazing finds from AliExpress recently. I'll also be leaving all of the sellers' information and the prices of all of the products mentioned downstairs in the description box if you want to venture down there and get any further info. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with more.